Hey Capricorns, what is going on? I'm Matthew Oliver with Stillwater Alchemy, and it is January 2023. Happy New Year. Happy Capricorn season as we start off the year. We're going to do a little bit of tarot, pull some cards, see what the upcoming month has in store. It's interesting, Capricorns, when I was just grounding in, clearing space, there was this energy of a veneer, like this person was smiling really tightly, and it was like they were trying to keep up these appearances or keep up obligations or keep up investments or business inquiries. Like, I don't know if you want to keep doing things the same way that you've always been doing them, or if you feel like you want to branch out, if you feel like you want to do something new. Remember, right before Christmas, we had that Capricorn new moon that was squaring Jupiter in Aries. So you might feel like there are different opportunities, different ventures, things where you want to branch out, things that need to change. So if you keep having the same public image, you keep doing things for the sake of, like I said, obligation, tradition, like you feel like you should, I would allow yourself to evaluate and see if your money, time, and energy is actually properly worth these energies or not. Secondly, there was an energy of green that kept coming through, which is really beautiful in terms of health, money, prosperity, love, Capricorns. We start off the very beginning of the month, January 1st, with Venus in Capricorn, and then she zips into Aquarius. And then Venus is just on the move because soon she'll be in Pisces at the end of the month on the 26th of January. This is really nice because when she gets into Pisces, for everyone, she is exalted, right? And Pisces makes a sextile to Capricorn. So as we know at the start of the month, we have Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, and Uranus retrograde. However, those planets are all going to be stationing direct within a 10-day period. So January 12th, Mars stations direct. The 16th, I believe, is when Mercury stations direct. And then the 22nd is when Uranus stations. So there's a lot happening very quickly. And if you're feeling like you just want some time and space for yourself, please take it at the start of the month, especially with Mercury being retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. I think that is also tying in with you just reevaluating things for yourself. If you're wanting to wrap up loose ends so then you can finish certain things and move on to other more aligned opportunities, that would really do you well, okay? And I think for some of you, if you just need to focus on you and your health and not draining your energy to all these other sources, that would also be wise, okay? So let's start this off. I also have the energy of like a Dalmatian, like a spotted dog. So that could also be an energy too of just like, I just need to be alone with certain energy, certain people, certain pets that I love. And the aspect of loyalty as well. Are you being loyal to yourself? Are people being loyal to you? If you're not seeing that loyalty, maybe where are you not being loyal to certain obligations, certain duties, certain things that make you happy? Essentially, especially with this Mars retrograde in the sign of Gemini, does your walk match your talk? And that would just be something as well. If you know that you're worth way more than you're getting paid or more love than you're given at this time, little things or big things to help align yourself with that, to change, to receive, to be in the state of frequency that you would like to be in. This is a time to start reflecting and enacting said change. So when everything goes direct, you're already in that forward momentum. It's kind of like the energy in a relay race. If you ever did like the 4x100 in track and field, that person, before they receive the baton, they're already working up their gait. They're about to be sprinting as well. So once they receive that baton, they're ready in forward motion. So I want you to be in that energy as well, so that as all these planets station direct, as this momentum is moving forward, you're not just starting to contemplate change. You're not just starting to think about these things. You've already actively taken time to slow down, reflect, prepare, and initiate said things so that they can just keep moving with you as we move throughout the month, okay? So let's see what we have going here with the tarot. An 8, the number 8 keeps coming through as well. Like we're almost at 444 and we haven't pulled any cards, but that's just the energy that we're starting off the month with. So the number 8, whatever that means, if it's going to be maybe January 8th, 8 weeks, just infinite possibilities. That could also be something to note as well. Okay, so first 3 cards here. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups, we have the 2 of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So for some of you, like we just said, leaving a certain situation, leaving a certain obligation or relationship, potentially moving in general, these are going to be things at the top of the month. You can even see with that 2 of Wands energy, it's like, should I stay, should I go? There's opportunities, there's expansion, there's ways of doing things. And for some of you as well, there might just be an opportunity to get away for a couple days, to leave your normal routine, your normal day-to-day, to see what else is out there for you. If you've been feeling called to go on a trip or to do something, to switch it up, to change. Remember that Capricorn is a cardinal sign. It's cardinal earth. So we still want to be able to shift, to be dynamic, to enact change, and knowing that this change is going to be very benevolent. I do think, especially with that 8 of Cups, someone or something has to be left behind because you've tried to make it work. You've done again and again and again. Remember, we had the number 8. The first card that came through is number 8 of Cups. We can't make this up. It's being recorded live. And honestly, with the Wheel of Fortune, there is this energy of everything is just moving cyclically. Like, you can't stop the Wheel of Fortune. It's always moving. It's like the fates in Greek mythology. It's like what the fates have decided is going to befall you no matter what. You just get to move through these energies and enjoy the ride. So if you know that you're putting all this momentum, all this forward action, this is also what's coming through. I think for some of you, if you've been working really diligently or you've been working tirelessly and you're like, when is it my turn? When are things finally going to move in my favor? You might have to release relationships, release obligations, ending certain dynamics so that you are free to open up your mind to choice, so that you know you can make the right decision because you're not worried about other people. You're not worried about certain energies because that's not on your plate anymore. You're not holding that anymore. It's not up to you. You don't have to keep fighting for something. You're going to have to keep doing things over and over and over again if they're not serving you. That can be something as little as just canceling your gym membership because you want to work maybe privately with a trainer. Or that can mean switching how you allocate your time. That could mean maybe prioritizing relationships in a way that you don't feel like you have to always keep showing up in the same capacity. It doesn't have to be so major, or it could be. Especially with that 8 of Cups, sometimes that is literally leaving something for good. And remember, with all these retrogrades, it might also mean that you are decided to leave and now you're deciding the next best course of action. But that decision is still going to be favorable and beneficial given that Wheel of Fortune. Remember, Wheel of Fortune, a major arcana. So these are good things to contemplate. This is good movement. This is good change. And of course, with all the retrogrades at the start of the month, it's okay to take your time. You don't need to have all the answers right away. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. We just said you don't need to have all the answers right away. And we have the Hanged Man that came up very visibly. So take your time. Allow yourself to just be. I would also say, Capricorns, which is easier said than done. I get it. I'm a Capricorn rising. I have a Capricorn stellium. To give yourself a chance to breathe, to not have to work, to not have to do anything. You're exactly where you need to be. With that Hangman, it's like you are in between timelines. You have to be able to be still so that you can see some options. But trying to force things before they're ready is not the vibe right now. Even for me right now, I know I'm going to be moving very soon. I'm trying to get out of my lease and there's like these technicalities, and I thought that I would be able to leave at a certain time, especially with the astrology that I want to leave in the spring instead of the summer. And I'm just trusting in everything. Even my property manager, she said that she's going to make a note to follow up with me on the 11th of January. So, I mean, I want this all to be moving right now. I want to have answers. I want to start planning things, but I just need to be right now and know that the answer is going to come to me. I can't force it. I can't push it. So it's going to be different for everyone in the sense of maybe something that you really want to happen, it can't happen just yet, or it's not ready to happen yet, or there's going to be a better solution if you just wait. It's interesting though. I mean, you all saw that the card just flew out of the deck. So patience, or not even patience, but just knowing that you're exactly where you need to be right now, that everything's working in your favor, especially the Hangman coming after the Wheel of Fortune. If you know and you got the downloads and you know that you're leaving or you're cutting ties or you're separating from someone or something, trust in that. Allow yourself a chance to breathe and be where you are right now so you don't have to overcomplicate things, okay? So let's see. Give me 3 more cards, please. 3 more cards for Capricorn. Yeah, and I keep seeing this like beautiful, it almost looks like an invisibility cloak. Hey Capricorns, my alarm went off and it stopped the previous video. So we're picking up part 2 right where we left off. So Mercury retrograde for the win. And I was not going to re-record that entire video because there was too many cards that just flew out on their own accord, which you can't recreate that magic. So here we are. 3 more cards is what we're going after. But I was talking about seeing like an invisibility cloak from Harry Potter. The color purple kept coming up as well. So maybe, and that kind of comes back to the 2 of Wands of taking time for yourself so that you can tap into your intuitive side and maybe even literally disappearing for a little while. And that could be like telling your close loved ones that you're taking a detox, that you're stepping away from social media, your phone for a weekend. So you can even see if it's possible that you don't have to be overly stimulated by devices. So you can just take time to see what's coming through, to be that receptive. So I think that'd be really wise and really beneficial, Capricorns. Or if you can't take a couple days, then carving out that time every day just to be with yourself, I think that would be good. Okay, so 1 card already. We see 2 more. Please, 2 more for Capricorns to wrap up this January reading, please. It's interesting that I talked about the veneers at the start of this video, but this energy of like teeth keep coming through as well. I mean, teeth is very much linked to Capricorn, but I keep seeing like these sweets, like candies, and kind of like the teeth being like no more. For me, it can kind of manifest in a couple of different ways. Like, and this isn't usually a Capricorn trait of being overly nice or overly pleasant, like fake and not really meaning it. But if you've been saying things you don't mean, now is the time to cut that out. Or if you just maybe were consuming a lot of sweets or a lot of like sugary goodness during the holidays, maybe go and get your teeth checked out with everything slowing down just to make sure that your health and well-being is something that we are prioritizing at the start of the year. Yeah. It's just like, say what you want. Literally speak it out, whether it be from an affirmation standpoint or with people in your life. Just perfectly stated. I think sometimes we expect that people just know what we need or know what we want, but they don't. You just have to tell them how you need to receive love or what you need them to do work-wise. And once you can just directly tell them that, you won't feel like there is this veneer or this block or you having to do so much more than necessary. You can just speak it into existence, get exactly what you want, and then be smiling authentically, being with joy, not having to hold on so much and having so much responsibility. Even though I can kind of come with territory of Capricorn, you don't have to carry that so much as we move into a new year. Good. So the card that fell out on its own, we have that Knight of Wands, which is fun, playful, frisky. This can be really nice, even just in terms of opportunities that we're wanting to bring in. That kind of came out around the time of taking time for yourself, being intuitive, maybe taking time for yourself, carving out time so that you can welcome in more pleasure, more romance, more adult playtime. And the 2 cards after that as well, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. And this is kind of me like making money in your sleep, knowing that you're setting up the proper structures, dynamics to welcome in more. When you're taking that time to rest, to relax, to be with yourself, you'll receive more love. You'll receive more money. You'll receive more opportunity. You have to trust that though, especially with the Hangman. It seems like there's a lot of energy of you slowing down to speed up, or you taking time for yourself and knowing that you resting or you not working 16-hour days, 12-hour days, whatever it may be, will lead to that much more. But first, we need to take care of ourselves. There are things that are not working out as well as they could be, where we get to leave, we get to decide how we want to move. A physical move might be prominent for some of you, where you're moving homes, moving cities, moving countries, and just trusting in that initiation, that change is really going to serve you well, okay? Fabulous. So that is our general reading for January of 2023. If this reading resonated and you want to book a one-on-one reading, you can find all the information in the description of this video. I also have an astrology guide that goes through all the transits of 2023. There's worksheets, there's journal prompts, there are different ways that you can use all the energy to make 2023 expansive, blessed, to take out that time for yourself to really align yourself with your goals, your intentions, what you're wanting to bring through. So you can find the link for that in the description as well. And lastly, if this reading resonated, feel free to share with other Capricorns that could benefit, and we'll all be on the right footing for 2023. Thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful start to your year. I'll talk to you later. Bye.